Hello, hello. Happy January. I hope whatever it is you're up to, you're doing so with a smile on your face. I wanted to record a video for two reasons. Number one, I want to give you an idea of what you can expect from the Untamed newsletter in the coming months. But also, I wanted to share a quick story. Before I get into the story, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever been in a situation where years, perhaps decades worth of frustration or doubt or confusion have been made clear in an instant? This is what happened to a client of mine I worked with last year. She came to me, like a lot of people do, because she was feeling a bit stuck. She wanted to feel more energized. She wanted to feel freer, more herself, and more at peace. And on our second call, I asked her to draw how she felt inside when the world wasn't watching. And she drew a stick woman. She drew a stick woman holding a mountain, it was, on her back. And she was bent double under the weight of this mountain. And as she described what this picture was all about, she started to talk about pressure that she'd been carrying without really realizing it. The sheer enormity of it, the weight of it, and how that had impacted her ability to be creative and feel alive, and how exhausting it was. And this pressure manifested in every area of her life. It was in her work. She needs to be the best CEO and the best leader she could be. She needs to be the best mother, the best wife. And it was exhausting just listening to it. But as she was talking me through it, I was reminded of something she shared with me in our very first call. She spent several minutes eulogizing about her mum and her grandma, about their entrepreneurial spirit, about their vigor, their resilience, their energy, their compassion, and the enormous sacrifices they'd both made, not just for their family, but for their entire community. So with that in mind, I asked her, the memory you have of these amazing women, has it served as an inspiration for you, or has it been a burden? And the question just hit her right between the eyes. And all of a sudden, decades worth of pressure, of weight to perform at a certain level, to show up in a certain way, all of a sudden was made clear for her. She could realize that not only the weight of it, but also the fact that weight was completely unnecessary. Now, yes, it had helped her perform to great levels, but it was starting to cost her and had been costing her for years, and she was ready to set it free. So my question to you is, if you, like a lot of people I speak to, feel pressure to perform and be a certain way, have a quick think about where that pressure may come from. Perhaps it's a person, perhaps it's your family as a whole, perhaps it's an organization, perhaps it's just an image you have from growing up of who you need to be and how. Ask yourself, is that serving you still? And what would happen if you were to set it free? On to the second part of the video, which is to give you an idea of what you can expect from the newsletter in the coming months. Now, I've done some reflection in early January, as I often do, and I've realized that I think I can be a bit bolder with this newsletter. I want to move you to greater lengths. I want to share deeper insights. And the way I want to do that is through more video content like this, and through more specific stories like the one I've just shared, and also of my own life. So with your permission, that's what I'm going to do. I would love for you to stay tuned, hold me accountable, provide feedback, suggestions, all of that good stuff. Ultimately speaking, all my content is to have three goals. One is to help you know yourself on a deeper level. So with that, you can make sense of your past and you can be intentional with your future. If anything's come up on this specific video, or you have any questions for me, you know where to find me. I'd love to help, and I hope to hear from you soon. Have a good day.